Roughrider news, got the brighter views, got the inside looks and the interviews. Every student better watch us, always moving, never stop us. One of the greatest, like a goddess, like a balloon, you'll never pop us. Everybody wanna get a love to us, ain't nobody ready for the package up. One of the greatest stations, we made it, don't ever hate it, don't stage it, cause we created the famous display of greatness. Superb, common display is the eagle, huge bird, yeah. Watch it in advisory, watch it in the library. This should be your primary amazing news source. Going through the school course, understand the news sports. Every Wednesday 2-4 in a month. Brighter sun, here we are and here we come. Yeti go, Yeti flow, everything that you should know. My name's Recharge, now you've seen that. Everything that you know, we mean that. Brighter crew, tighter screw, that's what we call Rider News.
Hey there, Rough Riders. Welcome back to our 4th episode of Rider News, and we are glad to see you here. As we slide out of our first quarter of the year, we are here to tell you what is in front of us for the future. Though it might seem like school just started the other day, the quarter is almost over and time is running out to turn in assignments. While 2020 is bad, a surefire way to make it worse is to fail. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Today is October 26th, and I'm Shawn. While us Rough Riders normalize our studying habits, we are also gearing up for our second quarter of the school year. As we already know, this year has been difficult on all of us. The only way to push ourselves to finish the school year strong is to stay up on your work and communicate with your classroom. While we are on the topic of learning and grinding out homework, we have some news for the students that are involved in the hybrid learning programs. Join Ivy and Assistant Superintendent Michelle Olson as they discuss the gradual reopening of Port Angeles School District.
Hi, I'm Ivy, and I'm going to be interviewing
Michelle Olson, the Assistant Superintendent for the school district,
about the hybrid learning starting today. How do you feel about hybrid learning starting today?
So I'm super excited. So today was the first day that we had kindergarten at all of our buildings, and so I was out at Hamilton, and they had just about 20 students coming in, so about 7 students in each classroom. And for them, the smiles on their faces, they were so eager to see their teachers in person. They've only seen them right on the screen. And right away they could go in and find their desk, and it was unlike any first day I've ever been a part of, but the smiles were there, the excitement was there, the kids were just eager to go. I didn't see any crying. Kids were like, bye, see you later. But they're going to be there for a whole day today, and then Group B will come tomorrow. Then we'll have Wednesday off, and then Thursday this group will come back, and then Group B will come on Friday.
How much will your curriculum change from the hybrid learning?
So for, let's take kindergarten for an example, right? So they've been doing all remote every day, and so prior to today they had a Google Meet every day from 9:15 to 10. So for them, they will no longer have that during the week. Their teacher time, those 2 days a week, will be the opportunity that they will build in connection and get to know their classmates. In the remote learning for kindergarten as well, they also, for 5 days a week, had lessons that they would access through their learning platform, which is called Seesaw. So when they're now in school 2 days a week, during those days, they're going to be doing that in-person learning and not have to be going through like their Chromebook and walking through that. So for them, 2 days a week are going to be amazing times with their teachers and with their friends.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Olson, for joining me.
You're welcome. It's great to see you again, Ivy.
Yeah.
Thank you for that hybrid learning update, Ivy. Great information for our future. The things us students will have to adapt to over the school year seem to have just started. As we flip the page from our learning habits, we have a bunch of current news for our Thespian Society members. Our team went out to gather some news for their upcoming events. Let's switch it over to Riley and Christian.
I'm Riley Behrman, and I'm the technical director for the Neverending story play that's happening. So basically I'm in charge of everything tech. So moving lights, fog machines, stage, makeup, costumes, you name it, I'm in charge of it. And this play is going to be very technical heavy, probably the more technical heavy than we've ever done. We have fog machines and moving lights and all kinds of crazy stuff. My favorite part working on it, Just the experience. Whenever you do plays and do the whole technical experience. It's just a different environment than you usually have. So it's a nice environment to work in, and it's always the best part for me anyway. Well, the hardest part is that you're in charge of everything, so it's balancing everything, so lights and projector and makeup and costumes, it all got to be on your mind because you're in charge of everything. If anything happens that's wrong with tech, no one blames anybody but the technical director, so I just have to make sure everything's done on time and be punctual with it. So basically, since of the good old COVID thing is happening, we are going to sell virtual tickets online, so you'll have a link wherever we decide to put it, and then you'll go and you'll pay for a ticket. It'll be about $10, and then you'll be given a link to the stream, and then you hit the stream, and then we can go through there that way.
My name is Christian Eastman. I play Bastion's father and Gamork in this. It's going pretty good. I have very high hopes. The hardest part about being actor, I'd say, is memorizing lines and having to make sure you do everything right every time without a script. That's pretty hard. I think the funnest part right now is just the tech that's going into it. We got crazy puppets, crazy lighting, just everything is very cool. Crazy makeup and costumes. It's gonna be amazing.
The plays for the up-and-coming future have me really excited. Make sure you go support the Thespian Society and watch some plays this November. Go get the tickets for the play at portangeles.booktix.com. We hope to see our fellow Roughriders at the productions next month. Now for our final segment, we join Mr. Uranich and Caleb as they discuss pressing matters in the world, much like you would in his contemporary issues class. We thank you all for watching and hope that you all have an amazing week. And remember, stay positive, test negative.
Hello, Mr. Uranich. How's your day?
Oh, fantastic, Caleb. Fantastic. Caleb, we are in a crisis, probably about on the same level as the Great Depression of World War II, the Civil War, and the American Revolution prior to that, because we are wrestling for what we want to be as a country, as we did throughout those different crises. And right now we have. Nobody's governing us. Okay, we have lack of faith totally in our government and our corporations and everything else. Every institution and structure that holds us together, that was built in the 1950s or reinvented in the 1950s after World War II, we've lost touch of. And people in Port Angeles, not people in Port Angeles, but kids especially, we live in this cave. Okay, and right now, it is so important to understand what's happening outside that cave and what each side brings to the table and what direction we're going to go. And as voters, we as contemporary issues teachers, we want to get the voters, the kids, excited about that, and that they have a real say in how this country is going to go. And that's the exciting part about contemporary issues, especially right now. Oh yeah. There, we've got in this country, which is another part of the problem. I think we've not allowed we've gotten rid of a lot of history and a lot of social studies, and we've replaced it with classes that emphasize reading and writing for tests and so on. And so in doing that, I think we're starting, and that happened in the early 90s. Today, I think we're seeing the fruition of that. We're seeing kids that don't really understand what's happening at all, and they don't even understand that some don't even understand that we're in a crisis, and that's not their fault. It's the fault of our system not teaching our kids about this very important subject. Yeah, that's the thing I miss most is that, and you can ask Mr. Mosley or Mr. Curtis the same. This would be the most exciting year to have contemporary issues, and the most needed year to have contemporary issues with kids in the classroom, and because it's all about discussion, okay, and it's all and you can't the stuff that we do online. It's up to the kids to get as much out of it as they can. But I mean, being a 17 or 18-year-old, you want to go outside and play, or you want to go play your video games, you want to be on social media. And so we can't be there for 55 minutes a day getting them and motivating them about why this is so important. Okay, and that's what I miss the interaction, I miss the bantering, I miss the laughter, okay, that goes along with all that with having kids.